Hey, what's up, everyone? Dragon back again with...
Ashley.
We're doing yet another trailer reaction. This one for It.
We're gonna do it!
We're gonna do it!
Just do it!
Oh, I'm sure that's gonna become like a meme online now for this. But yeah, new movie based on the Stephen King novel, the same name. So, without further ado, let's check it out.
Let's do it.
There you go. She's all ready, Captain.
Thanks, Billy.
I had the dinosaur toy. Right now.
I'm gonna let her! Oh my god!
You just got knocked the fuck out.
Wow. That was amazing. Really? Oh no.
So not the Ninja Turtles.
Nope. That's the lost Ninja Turtle.
There's not like any time I've ever been in before. People die or disappear 6 times the national average. And that's just grown-ups. Kids are worse. Way, way worse. We all float down here.
I saw something.
Why would you go in there?
There was this.
Clown. Yeah, I saw him too.
Look. It's all connected by the sewers. That's where it lives. What happened?
Jesus Christ! Oh.
Bill, if you'll come with me, you'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too.
Oh, Jesus Christ, kill it with fire. Oh, God. What the fuck? Oh, my God. Why?
Well.
Oh, my God.
So, a funny little side story. That last shot where he kind of ran up, that's my reaction when I get to Chipotle and there's no line and I see the front and everyone's just waiting for it. I'm just like,
It's true.
So
Seeing it in
excited to get
action.
that double meat burrito. Anyway, so that was some shit. Yeah, no, and I mean that in a good way, by the way. I'm not knocking it, but I was like, wow, that was a lot more like intense than I was expecting it to be. Especially for a first trailer, I was expecting some more like subtle things, and maybe like when the hair kind of kind of moves aside, and you see like it Pennywise. I mean that's the clown's name, I believe, right? Just things like that, and I thought it was gonna be a very kind of simplistic, minimalistic first trailer.
Yeah.
Instead, it's like, oh shit.
Here you go.
Okay. I was just like, when I see all the stuff in this series, I'm just thinking, man, when Ninja Turtles goes wrong.
Again, maybe he's just the lost Ninja Turtle.
When the ooze doesn't land on 4 cute, adorable Pet Shop turtles and on something else instead. Like, oh god, no.
It with fire.
But, so, admittedly, I have never read the Stephen King novel. I know, blasphemy, being a writer. Have you ever read it?
The only Stephen King novel I read was the beginning of Cujo.
The beginning of Cujo.
That was it.
That was it. That's scary.
And I didn't get far enough.
Yeah, so, no, that's, I mean, was it so scary that you couldn't get through it?
I don't remember. I was like in middle school.
Apparently not. But no, so admittedly, I know I keep hearing I got to start reading Stephen King, and I keep, like someone I've got a stack of books like mile high I need to get to. So Stephen King books are in and amongst that stack. But I've always heard about it. Obviously, there was a mini series way
That's
back
what
when.
I vaguely remember.
Yeah, I've seen at least most of it way back when. It's been a while, admittedly. But yeah, so which is interesting too because again, with being a miniseries with the format, it's kind of like okay, obviously you can cover more of the book, whereas this is a movie. So I'm curious, are they making more? I have not heard. So I don't know. Is this supposed to be a standalone movie that's going to encapsulate the whole book or as much of it as they can, or are they planning on doing multiple movies to kind of cover more of the book?
I hate clowns, so I never watched the original. Also, because Tim Curry's creepy.
Tim Curry is the original. That was the big thing too. When I heard they were going to do it, I was like, okay. Everyone was saying, "Oh, how are you going to top Tim Curry's portrayal of Pennywise?" Which I'm just like, well, we'll do something different. Oh, our kitty cat's here, weighing in on the conversation.
But yeah. So I never watched the original. But I vaguely remember them like being kids, and then was it like a sequel or something where they were adults?
Well, I think it was a continuation. It was like,
but it's the same thing.
Yeah. I don't know. For those of you guys who have read the books and are familiar with this story, kind of how does it work? Does it cover like a large expanse of time? Are we going to?
Because I thought it was like where they're terrorized as kids, and then he comes back when they're adults or something.
I haven't watched that.
Again,
I'm not even sure how faithful of an adaptation that was to the book. So again, you guys let us know where does the Tim Curry miniseries stand in and amongst the Stephen King fans? But I always know that everyone liked Tim Curry's kind of portrayal of Pennywise. I was like, okay, I know it's kind of one of his more iconic roles, obviously.
Besides the darkness.
He always kind of played these scary, like, monstery characters. But yeah, no. So what are right? So yeah, let us know. Give us some thoughts. Does this look like a faithful adaptation? And do you know if they're going to do more than just one film? Because I'm kind of thinking it's like that. I've seen the book. The book is like
giant.
The book is dense. So I'm kind of like, 2 or 3 hour movie. I don't know if it can really quite cover everything. Yeah. Kind of surprised they're not doing like a Netflix.
I know.
Series. That'd be kind of good. But anyway, whatever. But no, it looks good. And I'm not really a big fan of
horror.
I've never been a huge horror guy. I like more like sci-fi horror, like Alien, The Thing. Yeah. But in terms of just horror in and of itself, I mean, a lot of modern horror. For me, it's not really my cup of tea. But I kind of like horror from like yesteryear because while it being scary, it was also fun.
Yeah.
There was a fun quality to it. It's kind of like a roller coaster. It turns like a roller coaster ride. Roller coasters can be really scary, but if you like roller coasters, I don't. This one does. But if you like them, they're also fun. So it's scary but fun at the same time.
Thrilling.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like a lot of older horror films from like 80s, 70s, and even earlier, there was a fun quality to it. And this trailer,
I was gonna say it really like stands apart from like the kind of horror movies you see nowadays.
Yeah.
It's all flashy, like jump scares and supernatural stuff.
Granted, there was a little bit of that in here. This was that last shot where he rushes at him.
Also, the fact that I feel like, I mean, I guess not. It feels like the majority of horror films now are like found footage type things, but I guess they're not. But it just feels that way.
I don't know. Again, if you like those kinds of movies, more power to you. Just
I don't like horror stuff, so.
I mean, again, it's just my cup of tea.
I refuse to play Resident Evil.
Hey, that's gonna be a Netflix series now. But yeah, no. So again, but for me, if I'm gonna watch horror, I like more something with a bit of like a
substance.
Well, again, I don't want to downplay. Again, people could say the same thing. It's about like the stuff I think. I mean, I love kaiju films. Always, if you watch this channel, you know that. Yeah, with posters behind us, and for a lot of you guys, Godzilla and Gamera and all that shit probably might mean absolutely
goofy as fuck.
Yeah, it might not mean anything to you. Meanwhile, to me, it's like just like cinema at its finest. But so, if you like this kind of horror movies today, that's fine. I'm just saying for myself, this feels more. I mean, again, who knows? We could see the next trailer and be like, oh, that maybe okay. But from what I'm gathering from this trailer, it has that kind of vibe to it. So right away, for someone who doesn't normally get excited about like horror movies, I'm invested. I'm already like intrigued. I'm engaged by this trailer. And now, in terms of starting to read Stephen King, where should I start? Which one should I pick up? I'm probably gonna now honestly just start with it because I see this trailer and it gets me excited.
Pumped.
Excited not just for the movie, but for the story.
Yeah.
So I'll probably.
It is creepy as fuck.
I like it. It looks cool. I like the feel of it. I like those older stories where kids were kind of at the center of things, and it's the kind of stuff that kids would think of themselves getting mixed up with, where as an adult you wouldn't. But that's why I kind of like it's more fun, and I think it's because it's more centered around kids. So there's inherently a more fun because the way a kid's mind and might interpret things versus an adult, would be a little bit more different. And again, I think it's like, as a adult would just think more of like a straight up serial killer or like a really scary ghost movie. A kid's thinking more of like a creepy clown. So I like there's almost like an innocence to it, which makes it even scarier to boot. But I don't know. I dig it. But what do you guys think? All the Stephen King fans out there, are you excited for this? Does this look like what you imagine the story in the book would be like, or does this look very different? Again, I don't know because I've never read the book, so for me, I'm just judging by what I'm seeing from the movie. But let us know. And for those of you guys who have not read any of these books, or maybe haven't read this one, what do you guys think? Are you excited for it? Does this, if you're a horror fan, does this kind of look like, right up your alley? Or if you're not a horror fan, does this make you want to see a movie that maybe kind of a genre that normally you wouldn't want to? Anyone, give us some thoughts. Let us know. Now, if you haven't already, please subscribe to her channel. I will leave a link in the description section below, and then please subscribe here if you have not already. It seems that we got no shortage of trailers now. It's like,
it's a deluge.
Yeah, now that a lot of we're getting closer to the summer movie season, a lot of the trailers we've been reacting to are for those movies are starting to come out. So now we're starting to get like later summer, maybe we're getting closer to holiday season stuff. So in other words, there's never going to be an end to trailers. There's no end. They just keep coming. They just keep coming. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace!
Peace!